Hello everybody, welcome to this lesson on definite and indefinite articles in Danish. It's going to be a very good one, so let's take a look at what you're actually going to learn once you're done. When you're done with this lesson, you'll be able to use en and it correctly. Those are the two Danish articles that we'll take a look at in just a moment. You'll also be able to form definite nouns. So this is what we in English know as the in front of a noun, for example, the house. You'll also be able to avoid common mistakes which English native speakers often use. And we are also going to look at some vocabulary, because it's always nice to learn new vocabulary. Now, let's dive in. So, big question. Do we use en or it for the different words in the Danish vocabulary? In these examples here, we see a dog. In Danish, it's called en hund. Try to repeat it after me. En hund. And a house is called et hus. Et hus. Try and repeat that as well. Some extra input on these two words. As you see, the D is mute. This is what we talked about in the last lesson, that if a D follows an N, it's muted. This is why it's called en hund. And another little fun fact for the H sound here, it's not like the English house, where you use the top of your throat here, house, house. It comes from your glottal area, from your stomach, like hus, hus. You need to almost activate your abs when you say it. Let's do these two words one more time. En hund, et hus. Very good. But the thing is, in English we just have a and an. In Danish we have en and it. So when do we use which one? The truth is, you have to learn it by heart. There is no clear rule for this. So at one point you'll get a feel for it. I know it's a very bad tip, but this is the best I can give you. And another little rule of thumb is that 75% of the words are en and 25% are it. So you can always go for the statistical method if you're in doubt and just go with en. But in truth, if you're learning the language, Danes will also be very overbearing with you. And they will understand what you're saying, no matter if you say en or it, as long as the noun is correct. But still, listen up and try to remember everything. Now, the next section here, I'm going to take a look at what is the definite noun. How do we create that? In English, as I mentioned, we say the dog. But in Danish, we do it differently. We don't split the definite noun up in two words with an article in front. Instead, we take the indefinite article, which for the dog is en, and then we put it behind the word. So it turns into hund, hund. Repeat that one time after me. Hund. And this is how we create the definite noun. Same goes for the et words. So here we have the house. In Danish, we take the it, put it behind the noun, and then we have huset. Huset. Now the soft D sound occurs if a word ends with et. So it doesn't sound like huset with a T, but an ed sound. Huset with a soft D. Great. So now we have the basics of indefinite and definite nouns. Let's take a look at some vocabulary. Because, as you know, more vocabulary, better language, more to say. This is the way to go. Let's take a look. So let's take first a look at some en nouns. What I'll do, I will repeat the Danish word, first indefinite and then definite, and then I'll give you a few seconds to repeat after me. So let's go. En bold, bolden. En bil, bilen. En vej, vejen. Very good. They are some of the en words. And now let's take a look at some it words. et tv, tv'et. Et hjerte, hjertet. Et glas, glasset. Very good. Now, okay, it's time for your brain up here upstairs to do a little bit of an exercise. So let's see here. We have here 3 elements in this picture. We have a lamp, a chair, and a table. So I'm not that mean that I'm just going to let you guess. So let's take a look what they are actually called in the indefinite form. Et bord means a table. En stol means a chair. And en lampe is a lamp. So now take a few seconds and try to say out loud how you think it's going to be in the definite form. Remember, the article behind the word forms the definite noun. Okay, let's check it out if you are correct. The table is in Danish called bordet. The definite form of a chair in Danish is stolen. And lastly, we have lampen. Did you have them all correct? Let me know down in the comments. And let's move on. The next section here is about a typical mistake that often English speakers make. So you can already imagine now, without the, which is such a core part of the English language, it's easy to want to put that word in there when we speak Danish. So quite often, an example here, what I hear often from English speakers, is that you like to say den hund or den hunden. Den means that. So the real meaning of this would be that dog, or even worse, that the dog. It's gibberish in the sense of using the definite articles. Of course, you can say den hund if you want to point at a specific dog, but you need to know that this is not the definite version of the noun. So remember, definite nouns in Danish, one word. Don't forget it. Very good. Now lastly, let's sum up here. What did we learn in this short lesson? We learned how to use en and it correctly. We learned how to form definite nouns. We also learned a few common mistakes that English speakers do. And lastly, we also learned some new vocabulary. With that said, thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Remember to like and subscribe. As I always say, it really helps because I want to do all these videos for free as long as humanly possible to help you learn Danish. Such a small language, so nice. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.